say everybody have a purpose. But not every purpose no mean it have to be the greatest part of the story.
I think that's where it got messed up, man. I think with this purpose thing, it's always got to be.
Yeah, it has to be this outlandish
and
great.
It's tied to money too, fight. Yeah, it's always tied to money, you know.
Cause my son's purpose, for example, his purpose, you know, was to remind me of mine.
Yeah.
And now that made me realize that my purpose is to remind you of yours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To reconnect to the inner man.
Yeah.
And find that inner man that can reconnect to nature.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And have that harmony with nature. That is my purpose. It's not some idea of grandeur and some great excellence. That come.
Yeah.
But it is to say no. Wake up. You know what I mean? You sleep. And my son purpose, I'm on purpose to be something we have to do with that. You come and him dead, then what kind of yeah.
I heard you in an interview say how you went to another dimension, right? And I wanted to ask you, was it through pressure of the situation? They said you hit your head.
Yeah.
Was it pressure for the situation, or you really hit your head and went to another dimension? In retrospect, now that you think about it.
Pressure.
Pressure.
The pressure of the circumstance make me drop down. Or when me drop down, lick my head.
Yeah.
You have people who tell me that they hear the way it loud, it's all like a shot.
Yeah. Oh, you passed out.
Yeah. And then when me drop, people are describe it, I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So the way me like the sound when my head make against the concrete.
Yeah.
When me go wasn't like a regular dream. It wasn't here. It wasn't this. Complete different reality.
I wonder if it was your psyche protecting you from the pressure. You know?
Maybe. I don't know if it run down nobody about regarding that. Just as ignorant.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah,
but I know what happened.
Yeah. No, I understand.
I know exactly what. I mean, that anybody me can tell this.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not talk to most people about it.
Yeah.
And anybody me can tell, cause me myself in a heart, because I've experienced something I've never ever imagined. Similar experience. I experienced something similar when Carol licked me down one time in Little.
Yeah.
And we go up this tunnel and then we see these beings like 10 foot tall.
Yeah.
And like one of them basically I say not ready for it, like next one a rookie.
Yeah.
I made up a rewind and go back down the tunnel and when Carol licked me down and tell him.
Yeah.
And I have to, you know, sew my jaw shut and all kind of madness. I have to drink through straw. Some weird things there. You know, but I don't think most of mankind use most of what something happened somewhere along the line of evolution way. We're dumb down. We get cornered off, we tire off from a certain part of our mental capacity. At some point, this is my speculation towards it. There is something greater to mankind that they are not living in that the fullest of their being. Fullest of their of what they come to do.
Like with myself, this whole concept of blessing.
Yeah.
It's been like, I feel you need so much time and space to kind of quantify what a blessing is. There's too many times people say it's a blessing, it's the worst thing, and you think it's the worst thing, it's a blessing, but through time and understanding, you can see what's what.
We come to see blessing to us the next, as we said, just simply, black and white. Good thing. I want to say good things as just one thing. You know what I mean? But everything about dual nature. Sometimes it look like a curse and it's a blessing. Sometimes it look like a blessing and it's a curse. So we've got to find a different word to call it. And don't just call it blessing. You get me I say? Because with, for example, okay, I find that understanding things that most people don't understand. It can be a curse too, at times. When you literally have an understanding and see what that person they are doing wrong. Not in a condescending, egocentric way, just literally see what this person are doing wrong, only if them just have the courage to do this, what them would have find out. And that is turned against you. In the wickedest way, because most people are like that person. You have the best intention to tell them and turn it into some competition. You knowing this and understanding this, intimidate them. How dare you if you tell me, say? You like you know more of me and you go on like say. And you know me not go on like say. For true, me just really wish you could have just see. Give yourself a chance and the opportunity to see. It's not a pontificating thing like, oh my God, I'm so high and mighty. You know what I mean? I don't cuss me when me. I don't cuss me when time I don't beat myself. Or have one that consider a negative opinion of myself. You know how much time I do that? Oh, nobody no begs. But they never talk about somebody, for example, where you feel like you great. Or you. Oh, you're this, you're that, you fight against the person and this and that. Then cuss me to you and rate me. Cuss me for beat myself. Remember say rate me, you know. So when I beat myself, cuss me to know. Yeah.
So next thing I'm envisioning, like this whole need to give God a word, in a sense. Like coaches have this obsession with naming God. Right? Yeah. And why can't it just be an experience? Why do we have to put a name on it?
For this may encourage people who don't know to watch my podcast name in the meantime. And in the earliest episodes I explained the same thing where you asked me. It's on YouTube, by the way, for those who don't know. Ego. You know, even them things the way I use loosely too. The ego, and it's like, you see because we're egocentric, even righteousness we deal with through the devil and named the ego. How you over your side, member, the ego fool we say we alone are the most important thing. I think because me, everything's about me. So everybody else in a freedom culture don't know nothing. So my job is to go make them know something, and this is why the war between Christianity and especially Islam is so bloody. Christianity said them know, you know, and them boy over here so we don't know if he dead, you know. And them literally go to war and kill one another over four view should I interpret reality. Remember that? Here's why. Ego, number one. Nobody not said to themselves, which this is what me said, this is how me know. Every culture I experience the same thing in a different way, the same God in a different way. The same grade of consciousness. If you go to China now and you see a girl a spray paint her husband Range Rover and a blick out the window, what you tell him? Bun. Just like the American girl. Just like the Jamaican girl. When they act a certain way, it's universal. Why are we actions universal? Because we all are one universally. Despite the outer image. You understand? Different races, different cultures, different ethnicities is God's way or the universe's way of experiencing itself in a different way, in a different form. How everybody in the world will be Christian? How everybody in the world will speak English? How everybody will do everything just in a your culture? You know, stop to ask that. That Buddhist they explain the same thing to you, you know. That Muslim they explain the same thing, you know. You find an argument with your family. And then why you say the thing just like how them say it, and they must say about the same thing to you where you just say. Forget to say how me say it. That ego intimidate people. So when you come up with someone and say, you know, say this XYZ, you might meet some people yet, then do like they not hear them deflect, them ray, and then later them circle with the same thing because you can't get to tell me that.
Same argument.
You can't come tell me that. Me I come tell you that. And me think of that by myself. I have people who may ask to pass something. Yo, pass that, give me the brother. To one fool and me under one pressure. You know what man say? Hold on there. It's something to right there, honey. And then he said about 5 minutes, you know, because him have to decide to pass it, give me can't press it. Ego. It functions the same. On every level, you know, everything you can do. It is no different. It just manifests differently, but at the same ego. Christian, if you be a Christian, come now, you're nothing else. Come in at him one day, I for sure you're talking. Ego.
When you told, I know you, the question I say this, like, if you never had that experience with your son, you think you would have ever told now your ego?
No. I never even know something in it. This is why I have forgiveness of people.
Yeah.
I never even know something so immersed tonight.
Alright then.
I didn't know that. Everything was normal for me. Them boy they attack that up the road. Me go kill that down there. One to them one time I go some boop. And the boy say me just beat him with that one here. And me just the reason them way that game. The reason. reason. Capable of the same thing I'm capable of. If him just stop, him just relax and just be still.
You think so?
Him hear the same things.
I don't think so.
Now I'm gonna show you why. And we can respect you not thinking so.
Yeah. I want to hear what you have to say.
Here is why I say capable. Let's say, for example, my boss. You're 18-year-old, you're just like a college, just left high school, and you want to be a surgeon. Right? He wasn't a surgeon. He wasn't a 30-year-old surgeon at 18. Who are you at 18? Somebody who wants to do this, somebody who imagine with surgeries. Right? Have fear sometimes, never really want to do it. Sometimes get into it because your parents will kill you if you waste their money. The first part I do, first thing you dissect, and then the next little thing, and the more interest you develop in a surgery, the rest of it comes to you. By nature, one thing, one thought leads to the next thing. Because you are focused in a particular direction, and more things related to that come to you, and it becomes second nature. It becomes second nature. You want an editor, right? Yes, alright? How much editor you have in your world? You're good at it, and bad. And then let's say you never start editing. You don't know none of them, and them teach you how to edit. But when you start develop an interest in editing, you can reason with any one of them editors. About editor words and editor concepts. Don't? But you never know it 5 years ago. Focus.
I understand that.
Thinking, and it come to you natural, and you're developing a direction. I'm not saying everything about me will come to a man, you know, but the common sense, rounded parts, will come to people, maybe in even different ways. If a man have an interest to say, okay, I'm going to be still, and I'm going to go in a one direction way, spiritually, I'm going to try to see that. I mean, let's say you put him on to start thinking that way. Enough of the things that come to them. A lot of times.
I just think it's a level of work and commitment, you know?
Yeah, people don't want the work and commitment. That not say if them do the work and commitment, it's not gonna come. You get me? Me can't hide it right now. Like you. But if me say me put me interest to it, I'm gonna start. you can't touch my level of editing in the next 6 years. You follow me? It's all about that, developing an interest and growing in that. Things related to that come to you. By itself, it becomes nature. The language becomes a part of your nature. It does.
Right, the last question I gotta ask you, this is a 2020 fan, right?
Yeah.
What was the white version you do into the mix?
Ras Whitey.
Ras Whitey, right?
That was a original character.
All right. Why did you what was the response when you remember that one where you said you went to Bubba Hill?
Yeah.
No.
Sister
was up there. And why you throw in there when he said that dude called Luciano the Judas fight? How that end up in the conversation? I know they was warned at the time, but why you throw that in the conversation?
Because I mean these things were happening. You get me? I said, and I just put that humorous spin on it. These things were a part of the culture. Because at one point when the internet never so prevalent, that was
True. That was the
everything.
Yeah,
that was the gateway. You know, everybody attack things now. Yeah. So there's a lot we have to kind of increase on and develop and change and grow on.
Anybody ever said anything to you about that? Luciano Sizzler was in it?
No, people. That's what I tell you. You know, as I said, I don't like get back to certain things, but I have to just chat to you.
Yeah.
And left it right and chat to you. You get me? I say, if you know street thing, I understand it in any way at all.
Yeah, I know.
You have to chat to me.
I know what you're saying.
You have to just chat to you. No, I don't say, oh, I be something like them, boy. This or that. Yeah? That's it.
Yeah.
You know, cause you have some people love talk about this and talk about that. You have some people quiet from what they can do.
Yeah.
Me's one of them people.